This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com. This show is brought to you by Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you supporting us at patreon.com/awesomecast. It's time to get awesome. It is the AwesomeCast. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Ready to get geeky with you. Happy New Year, everybody! We got our crew with us. First of all, from Studio C in the Big D at Dormont, PA. I'll get that right one of these days. Don't shake your head at me. It's a Gadget Guru of Big Bank International Esquire, John Chichilla with us.
How's it going?
All right.
We should just make up new letters every week. It'll be, and I feel like, wow, deja vu. Maybe I've said this, but it'll be like the beginning of Simpsons.
The CBD of the D8 of the
BB8 some numbers in there
of the BB8.
The R2D2 of the C3PO.
Mm-hmm. WKRP in Cincinnati, John Chichilla. That I just dated my reference.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Did New Year's baby treat you well with presents?
Yes.
Yes.
There's presents everywhere.
Fantastic. And also on the line with us, she's a social media, let's actually say that right. Social media guru herself, Katie Duda is with us.
I got a New Year's pretzel.
A New Year's pretzel, yes. You started early, I understand.
Heck yeah, time is not a real construct. We eat New Year's pretzel when we want to eat New Year's pretzel.
It's New Year's somewhere.
Or like what pretzel do you get? Like, because I know that, like, I got a pretzel, but like I got it with the white icing and Jimmy's.
I went white icing and nuts from Giant Eagle. Now that's going to be a very, very controversial opinion.
Okay.
I got Shop and Save, so.
Okay, we're not going to end up in like one of these like Potomac versus
Oakmont Bakery versus
we're like the grocery stores.
By the way, thanks to Dave Ponder, I did get to enjoy some Oakmont Bakery fruitcake. It lingered through the studio for about a week or half after the party, but it was delicious the entire time. So
I had Oakmont Bakery red velvet cake or cookies, red velvet cookies. I had the Oakmonter mini. There's still a French something upstairs, the pink cake. There we had plenty of the Oakmont goods.
So what did you guys do with a Tuesday off? I'm curious. I went and saw a movie. I saw Babylon. That was a ride. That we could talk about otherwise. But what do you guys do with a Tuesday off though?
I took Christopher to Altitude.
Nice. What is Altitude?
Now, it's the trampoline park type thing in Bridgeville.
Nice. That's right by the theater out there, right?
Yes, is it still the Phoenix?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been out there for a while. Some of our pro wrestling friends actually go out there every once in a while. So I've seen videos from them on like the TikToks and Facebooks and stuff. Katie, what do you do with the Tuesday night off? Did you actually have a Tuesday night off?
No, I drove home from State College.
No, well, I mean, still, there you go.
Woo! I came home a little later.
Yay! No obligations this week.
And then get confused and be like, are we actually off? I can't remember what day it is.
Yes, exactly. Well, we have a lot of fun to catch up on and everything, so we'll get right into it here because we do, even though it's a new year, we still do have pumpkin time, I do believe. So you can check out everything at awesomecast.com. You can email us at awesomecast@sorgatronmedia.com with any feedback or anything you want to talk about. Hit us up at AwesomeCast on the Twitter, Facebook. We have a great AwesomeCast Facebook group. Discord. The Discord is going to be very important if you're on the Patreon or you want to go on the Patreon. We did a special. I did a little special posting about what's been happening on the Discord that we'll talk about later in the show. You can link that over at awesomecast.com, and of course we do have a Reddit page as well. Also, please subscribe to the podcast or the Sorgatron Media master feed for all of the Sorgatron Media podcasts, including a new one that's going to be launching here in a couple weeks. So there are 2 new podcasts happening this month, one for Sorgatron Media, one for another entity to be announced. Let's just say that. And of course, we're here live every Tuesday. That isn't a holiday weekend, or the holiday, the end of the year. Every Tuesday at Facebook Live at 7 p.m. Eastern, as well as over on the YouTube page for AwesomeCast and the Sorgatron Media Twitch page. You can join us in any of those chat rooms, and we will be keeping an eye on that as I remind myself to pull up the chat room. Anyways, and we got so much, and also big shout out to our friends over at postindustrial.com, also helping share the awesomeness. We do definitely appreciate that. And also to our Patreon supporters, and we have a special thing. I wanted to try to do something different. I was inspired by another podcast, but I wanted to do our own version of it. So, and we keep talking about more and more of these, especially over in the Discord. I went to ChatGPT, and I took the names of our Patreon supporters, and I asked ChatGPT to write a script summary in the style of Harry Potter using our Patreon supporters, and this is what it spit out. So here we go. Brian Crawford, Matt Weller, and Cynthia Klosky were all students at the prestigious Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. They were avid fans of the iPhoneography podcast, hosted by the renowned Dave Profpod Podner and his co-host Mike Pound. One day, while out on a field trip with Professor Buzzkill, the group stumbled upon a mysterious camera abandoned in the Forbidden Forest. Despite Professor Buzzkill's warnings, they couldn't resist the temptation to try out the strange device and started taking photographs with it. As they delved deeper into the world of iPhone photography, they began to uncover a sinister plot hatched by the notorious Dark Wizard, Michael Fedor Show. Fedor Show, I don't know why Show is his name, but okay. A former student of Hogwarts had been obsessed with perfecting the art of iPhoneography and was willing to do whatever it took to become the greatest iPhone photographer of all time. Together, Brian, Matt, Cynthia, and their trusty podcast host, Dave Propod Potter, worked to thwart Fedora Show's evil plan and restore order to the world of iPhoneography. With the help of their magical skills and the power of their new camera, they were able to defeat Fedora Show and save the day. From now on, Brian, Matt, Cynthia, and Dave Propod Potter were hailed as heroes and became legends in the world of iPhoneography. Their adventures continue to inspire and educate aspiring iPhone photographers for generations to come. This is the kind of fun we can have if you contribute to patreon.com/awesomecast. I don't know. That was pretty good, right?
It is impressive. And the one thing, like, being able to capture the concept of iPhone photography as a thing versus the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know. I'm pretty impressed. Other than Fedor Show is Michael's
because
name.
It says Michael Fedor Show. I feel bad I made him the evil plot device in this thing. It could have been anybody, but it is a three-word name as it took it. Because I really just obviously I left Prof Pod in quotes in there, and I had the co-host longest running iPhoneography podcast. Blah, 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 blah. So it picked out words from that. So that was kind of fun. ChatGPT, it's free. Try it out. Sign up for it. We're gonna be. I think we're gonna play with AI is gonna be the biggest thing for 2023. That should have been the damn prediction from last week or 2 weeks ago, I guess. But anyways, so
you can have it. You can have it write your code and stuff too. I've heard of people. There's some pretty impressive things that it can do out there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, we'll talk about more about AI here later in the show. But in the meantime, I want to get into our awesome things of the week, the first awesome things of the new year, by the way. And I think we should start with Katie. She has the visual one for us this week. Maybe a sound. You might have a sound effect in there too, if I'm not mistaken.
The bottle would need to be more empty.
Mm-hmm.
Not about to waste this. So my original awesome thing of the week was an app, but we moved that down in the dock because a late addition is this 32 ounces of RedHot in a Squeezy bottle. For those of you on audio, sound like Sorg. For those of you on audio, it is Frank's RedHot, the original OG, but it is in a 32 ounce. It looks like a ketchup bottle, but confirmed not ketchup. Thank goodness, because I really did not want RedHot ketchup.
Don't grab the wrong one by accident.
And it's not
Yes.
the thick, because when you shake it around, I can see like the
Ooh.
yeah, it's like it's normal Frank's Red Hot liquidy gold.
So I can put this on everything, anything and everything in the area.
What's the squirty apparatus like?
I don't know. Let's find out together. I'm afraid. Okay, I'm not gonna open it, but yeah, it's just normal ketchup size opening.
Okay, it looks like the.
Oh, but it's not spill proof.
Nope. Yeah, enough.
Yeah,
It doesn't have like that rubber gasket thingy.
Oh no. See, there's I feel like I'm gonna put my hand behind this bottle like I'm on TikTok or a YouTube video, and like
You're gonna do a put a finger down if.
yeah, like this. Can you see it now? Ta-da, ta-da. But yeah, it's a squeezy bottle. That's a decent size. Like it's a ketchup sized hole.
Wait a minute. Can you explain the hand thing to me from YouTube and TikTok? I'm not aware of this.
Oh, you're so embarrassing.
I'm legitimately like the gray hair here. Okay, I'm allowed to ask the "What are the youngins doing?" questions.
I see most of it. It's any type of product, but you will see it most often. I think the easiest way to explain it is on like the makeup TikToks, and they will hold up a brush. Or I've seen it with tech too, so don't pretend you don't watch tech once. But like you put it like, especially if it's something kind of small that you might not notice, that's where you kind of put it in front of your hand so you're able to see the product, or maybe like I said, if it's a specific color or whatever. It just makes it a little bit easier. Like, here is my headphones, they are there, you can see what they look like. Not to be confused when like they do the green screen with the hand where like a video appears on their hand. But yeah, so that was just me. Red hot. You can't see my hand, it's so big.
Nice.
Giant. Yeah, so that's it. And you can find it at your Giant Eagle so far, is what I tried to find you a link online so you could show the bottle and have a link. It doesn't exist anywhere, even on RedHot's website. It's just like the boring, like dumpy bottle versus the squeezy bottle. eBay and then like a random restaurant site are the only ones I could find with the 32-ounce squeezy bottle of Frank's Red Hot. So check out your Giant Eagle. Giant Eagle, sponsor us.
Seriously, right? That might be worthwhile. So we already have on the other podcast, we already have people pointing to the sign. So there you go. So that's awesome. I love it. Chilla, what is your awesome thing?
My awesome thing, I have two. I can move one down if you'd like, but the first one, and I just noticed this today, it actually trumped my original one. Someone has made a Zelda Breath of the Wild Lego idea set that has actually qualified for official review. So if you're not familiar, you can build any Lego set you wish, and you can submit it, and if it gets upvoted, they pretty much have to review it. This set was submitted on July 19th, 2022, gained over 100 supporters the same day, and by September 27th, it had gained 10,000 supporters. The creator of this, I can't remember his name, Lego, I guess it's Leg Overwatch or Lego Verwatch, has rebuilt the cat, like that half, like, broken down castle type building from Zelda. And I will say, like, as someone that played the game, I wish they did like a pan of the inside of it, but it looks pretty darn amazing. He even built some custom stuff for the actual minifigs too. So,
are those standard Lego? Are those going to be a special process?
I don't think so, because he built them out of standard Lego.
Nice.
They're just not standard way a minifig.
I like the big jacket for what I presume is the king. I'm sorry I haven't played Breath of the Wild. But I think it's interesting that like there's like a Lego overcoat kind of situation going there. I've never noticed that before, at least.
Yeah, and he said he used a lot of different effects with spinning the 1x1 tiles to offset them. Like he did a bunch of interesting things with it. So I'll be impressed if they let this go to production, but I'll tell you what, it's pretty nice. And you can go, if you have an idea for a Lego set, you can go to ideas.lego.com and submit those. And you can also vote out there.
There you go. Cool.
I can't remember what the number is, but if it does get selected, I think you get 10%.
Ooh.
Or,
So you get something though.
Yeah, like the person, like the person that did I can't remember if it was the Seinfeld or the Friends thing. Like he came forward and he was like, "Yeah, this is how it works." Lego ideas percentage. You get 1%. Sorry.
That's still.
So you get 1% of the royalties.
That's still probably pretty decent in
yeah.
at that scale, right?
You figure like Friends is like $100 set. So if everyone sold, you get $1.
Yeah, and I'm sure Katie bought 10 of them.
Yeah.
Right? Wait, isn't that the thing that everybody like tries to buy you?
I think so. Yeah.
Like there was.
I think several people have tried.
Awesome.
Not the Lego AT-AT though.
No.
Well, if you get enough Friends sets, you can just trade them in for an AT-AT.
That's true.
Ooh, nice. Chilla, there was another link over here for you.
Yeah, so I'm very impressed with this little handy dandy setup that I got. Netgear, I actually picked up the Netgear Orbi 760 series mesh Wi-Fi for your home. This was on sale, and you'll notice here it is $600. It was on sale for sub 300 at Costco on Black Friday. Setting this up at home would be super easy unless you're me, and you wanted it a very specific way. I had to wait on hold, I think, for 2.5 hours with Verizon Fios, so I could have them make some changes to my home internet before I set this up. But I will say, for the average person, if you can load an app on your phone, you can set this up, and you can set this up well and easy.
So, I mean, it's a bit of a cost for $600. What's the advantage of this over an Eero? So this is one of those where there's the base stations, there's a router and base station kind of situation, and you put those around the house so you have stronger internet throughout the house, correct?
Stronger internet throughout the house. This setup alone supports up to 75 devices, and 7,500 square feet. You do get the interesting thing. Every endpoint or satellite has an additional 2 Ethernet ports. You can decide to plug. So if you needed something plugged in that doesn't necessarily support Wi-Fi, you can plug it into the back of this, which is pretty nice because I do have a few devices that do not.
And they have a lot more ports than I know the Eeros do. The Eeros, I think, max out 2 each.
Yep, and so this has 2 each, but the primary one has 4. You can also, it has auto config backhaul. So my satellites are wired to backhaul back to the router, and they don't have to be plugged in direct. So you can have equipment in between them as long as they have an Ethernet connection in some way, shape, or form. It'll auto figure out which port is the backhaul and configure that for you. There's parental controls. There's every time a device connects to your network, you will get an alert on your phone, and it will also scan it for known potential malware or malicious activity. Their app works really well. There's a web version that you can connect to. It'll give you a network map so you can see exactly what devices are connected to which satellite. Just super all around easy and nice setup if you want some additional bells and whistles. I actually got the 3-pack and then purchased a 4th separately. So I needed wireless all the way out to the end of the backyard that I couldn't get with my prior setup. I'm looking at this as also as an investment. So I bought the like some of the original Apple airport equipment. And I started with one of those, and then I bought a second one, and then I bought a third and fourth one. Those don't support all of the modern Wi-Fi standards. This doesn't even support Wi-Fi 6E, to be completely honest with you. I think there's like $1,000 setup that you can get. The 960 series.
That's my only concern is like that it sounds pricey.
Yeah, well, if you want to go to the 6E setup, it's like $1,500. But and I guess the way I look at it is you could probably start with one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I did in the Apple world, right? I started with one and then went to 2, 3, 4. This you could do the same. You can actually get a single. They don't have it on their site, but I know it's out on the Amazons. You can go get a single device and then start adding on. So
nice.
And then the speed is just, that's where I could see the.
Mm-hmm.
And you're getting 5 gigabit over the Wi-Fi.
Over the Wi-Fi, that's still dependent on whatever you have coming into the house for internet too. Yep. So I'm on the Eero 5s. They've served me pretty well. They've definitely strengthened stuff across the house. For us, we have these weird old metal sheeted walls and plaster kind of situation that we realized was a problem. So I'll be looking at that if we get to the point where we want to upgrade. So. Well, my awesome thing of the week, I played some video games over the holiday and right before Christmas, a game by the creators of Rick and Morty and Solar Opposites had this game. This is their second game from Squanch Games. High on Life, it's called. So this is a first-person shooter, but all of the guns talk to you, and it's the voice, the same voice as Morty. You'll recognize some other voices in there. JB Smooth is one of the guns as well, and they talk to you the entire time. It's really weird. There's a lot of goop. There's a lot of interesting violence. There's a knife that really gets excited when you use him. And this also made a little bit of the news because, and by the way, I beat this game in like a week. That's how much I was all in on this game. It's about 10 hours, roughly. So if you get into it, it's a pretty good. And it also was a day one launch on Game Pass. It is available on PC, Steam, and Epic stores. I don't think it's on any of the other consoles right now, but definitely worthwhile. And it's not without flaws. It is funny because when you load it up, it says any glitches in this game are intentional and made to make fun of other games. And there's a lot of kind of other game humor in it. Like you go through at the beginning, and the gun is like, man, these guys, I feel really powerful. These guys are really easy. And then like you get to the first bad guy, is like, I can't believe you got past my elite death squad. And they're like, actually, those guys were pretty easy to blow through, right? But the news that I've been hearing the week is about how, I think this is on for people on PC. There's definitely some glitches in this thing. I did not experience it because I got really worried when I got to this part of the game after this story. But there's a space Applebee's in this game, guys. Now, I want to throw up footage of my visit to it that I streamed to Twitch. But yeah, it's like a full-on Applebee's. You go to have a deep conversation with one of your guns later in the game. And like there's the guy seating you. They come over and keep interrupting you for drinks and appetizers as you're trying to have this like really hard conversation. But the issue is sometimes it glitches and you get stuck in Applebee's and can't get out. The doors have closed. The save point sticks you in Applebee's. So if you crash during the Applebee's segment, your game may be stuck in Applebee's for the time being. So, and you see he's putting the gun on the, all the guns are like aliens basically in this thing. And there you go. So High on Life, it was a lot of fun. It was a really easy play if you like first-person shooters. And again, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. That was like the perfect game pick for the holiday season. So go check that out, especially if you're on Game Pass. It's on there right now. I had that on my coming soon list for months when I first heard of it. So I'm really glad they're still dropping some really good gems like that over on Game Pass. One day I'll finish Halo. So But Chilla, was this one has this been on your radar? I know you're on the Game Pass side.
I have not played that one yet. It is on the radar.
Don't play around the kids.
Don't play it around. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, thank you for that, because it looks kind of.
Yes, but you've seen Rick and Morty, right? Yeah, yeah. No, don't. No. There's a little like one sequence I'm thinking of. I literally can't say on this show, so. But it'll have you rolling. It's it's that kind of humor. Solar Opposites, probably more towards Solar Opposites, to be honest. And that one gets pretty raunchy too. So, I would actually just finished that series as well. But the High on Life, it's on Game Pass, so check that out. And also, please check out our friends. It's good to visit them here after the new year. New York City style yins are made. Our friends at Slice on Broadway here in Beachview, Carnegie, East End, North Hills, and I don't even know how many other locations throughout this city. Thank you so much to those guys for supporting the show, supporting Pittsburgh Podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza for well over a decade. I wish decade started with a P so I could add it to it. Is there a perennial? No, that doesn't mean what I think it means. We'll work on that. Anyways, check them out, sliceonbroadway.com. All right. We got to talk about our adventures in Midjourney, guys. I don't think, Chill, are you on the Discord, Kitty? I don't think you are you?
Mm-mm.
So I am not.
So I've been poking at all the AIs. I have a link to ChatGPT on my phone, GPT. I keep messing the letters up. And to kind of play with some ideas. And Midjourney is one of those where kind of like DALL-E was a bit ago, one of those AI image generation kind of things. So one of the ways it works is you join their Discord, or you can actually attach it as a bot into your own Discord. And we did that with the AwesomeCast Discord early last week, I think it was, or late last week, early last week. Anyway, so sometime last week we did this. And it has been a blast. Riz, for instance, recently just put in Mickey Mouse destroying Disney World. You guys are going to have to join us in this, or check out the post on Patreon for some of this imagery. And you see it's a pretty good image of a pretty deranged Mickey Mouse. And in most cases, it's the castle being destroyed behind him. Let's see, Goofy versus Godzilla. That didn't really work out too well. That Riz tried earlier. I don't see a Goofy. I just see other random lizards fighting a Godzilla type cartoon. Missy was trying to play with Victorian women dressed as football players, and it was just Victorian women holding basically soccer balls. And then she switched it to, and there they are playing football. So it's been like a lot of fun hit and miss. I did a New Year's panda. So that was fun. Although you got to watch sometimes, because sometimes like the toes, fingers and arms and things are things that have fingers are the biggest thing that it has problems with. So you'll find there's like a weird layering of toes going on there. This is actually kind of creepy when you look at it closely. So yeah, don't look at the toes. That's almost the right number there. Let's see. We had a New Year's Chihuahua. That was easy enough.
The Batman in the movie Pretty in Pink is pretty good.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Batman in Pretty in Pink, and it just gave us there's a lot of tries at Doctor Who in Pittsburgh going on there. There's some Harley Quinn as Jack the Ripper that Missy put in there. I know Doug and Amanda have been playing around with this. So Pittsburgh pierogies. I love it. Doesn't do words. It's like that idea in a dream that you can't actually read and all the letters are jumbled up kind of situation. Realize there's your Pretty in Pink. So is that Harry Potter Batman in the lower left? There's a lot.
Kind of.
Let's see. Nope. There's
what happened to the Pittsburgh pierogies?
The Pittsburgh pierogies? What do you mean what happened to them?
Look at the text.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't know how to do text. Like, it can't read yet. It's still young. There's what was this one? Oh, this is supposed to be My Little Pony Care Bear. Some of those are just My Little Pony. So yeah, there's a lot of iteration in there. Smurf as predators. That got fun. This is the thing that I picked up on. Somebody went into ChatGPT. They described a biomechanical warlord It says describe a biomechanical warlord from outer space. So they put in that it generated text in a chat GPT, and they copy and pasted that into Midjourney to create what looks like mostly like Megatron from the Transformers movies, right? So I played with that a little bit. I said, what would a humanoid species living on Jupiter look like? And this is what I got. There's a little bit of like a cat-like thing. In most cases, they're wearing something of a space suit. This one's kind of like a fuzzy fish kind of looking thing. I thought that was really interesting. To have one AI generate something to send it over to a visual AI. For something like that. There's a lot of big discussions happening over, here you go. Here's Friends, but with replaced with the cast of Seinfeld. The faces get really fun on that one. This is an attempt of Eddie Vedder as a squirrel. It's just him yelling at a squirrel for the most part, singing to the squirrel.
Or holding a bunny.
Duetting with the squirrel, I guess. So where are you seeing the bunny?
It looks like the one on the upper right. Looks
yeah,
more
it has,
like a rabbit.
it has a little bit of big ears thing going on there. There you go. Apple car from Amanda. It's just an apple shaped car. It does have the Apple logo on it. They're pulling
the one looks like the wheel is an air tag.
Yes. So it's fun to experiment with. Here's U2 as Slayer. Minions. Alex Lindsay over on Office Hours says Minions are the funnest thing. It does Minions really, really well. So if you want Minions in medieval times, this is Minions as steampunk. So if you want, I think the first one I did here was a Minion riding a unicorn. I love the computer brain here too. So it's a really cool thing to kind of play with here. And as you get in, you can really get into, it's good for brainstorming. It's good for playing right now. You get kind of a limited number of tries at the server, and after I think about 25 tries, I don't know if that's per person or per instance on Discord or something like that. You want to pay to get some more access to the service, and it starts at like $10 a month for something like 200 calls to the server and priority and things like that. These are all fast renders. So they're not taking up that many cycles, but of course you get a more high quality image, maybe a little better processing of what you want if you're paying for those higher tiers. So that's over our Discord. We have a play with AI for this, and if you have anything from ChatGPT or anything else we want to discuss or show what we're doing with AI, to have that discussion over on the AwesomeCast Discord. Again, that link is over at awesomecast.com if you want to join us over there.
We're all like, Phil and I are like, well, how do we join?
I figured it out. My question is, how do I use that? Because I want to type in
so if you want to
Squeezable Frank's RedHot and see what we get.
/image, and then a prompt will come up, and you type whatever you want in that. And there are instances they were talking about over on Office Hours about you can take a picture, like you can link something like a picture of you. If I wanted like a picture of me, steampunk, let's say, and you include in that prompt and there's some other modifiers you can do in there. I don't know all of those. I think if you go up to the top of this, there's something about all those prompts and everything like that. And it'll pull all those images together with what it's trying to generate. So you do that /image, and did I see somebody else is typing something in right now? People are welcoming Missy to the or is that you?
They're
guys?
Welcoming me.
Oh,
because I didn't know how to get in here until right now.
I say it every week on the show, Katie.
Wait, so I have to like accept terms of service?
Yes. So now they're getting into Discord. Welcome to signing up for Discord live on the AwesomeCast.
I was already in Discord.
I was already
one step ahead.
No, I don't want Nitro.
So here, let me do a quick show and tell on how this thing works. And then give me a prompt.
It's Squeezable Frank's RedHot.
Squeezable Frank's RedHot. Bottle, or should I just leave it there?
Nah, just leave it there.
Oh, I think I did this wrong. I think I did the wrong prompt. Hold on a second.
It's Imagine,
yes.
I think.
What did I put?
Image.
I think I misspelled it. Squeezable Frank's Red Hot. Send. So that goes, and it's going to say waiting to start, and this could take a moment. This can take, it says, up to 30 seconds in order to do this, or 60 seconds. And then what you're going to see eventually are iterations as it starts, and I'll keep an eye out for this to start out over here. But you'll see it generating, so you'll see what looks like blobby versions of what it's going to be, and as it gets to like 25%, 30%, 60%, things like that. So it's really because you can actually see it processing the image and building it. Like there's at 31%. It just looks like a few globs. It's getting a little bit. There you go, 100%. There's your squeezable Frank's headline. We got an actual bottle of some sort. We got something with a face. We have a bottle with a face. Are those arms, or is it like getting shot? I'm not sure. And then that looks like a hot dog bun with just Red Hots.
I did not do it right.
You didn't do it right?
No, nothing is coming up.
No, imagine. Use imagine.
Your previous thing.
You'll know you did the right one when it says prompt pops up or something like that. Because I always forget which slash that I use.
Oh, that is. This is exciting.
And then if you're on the Discord, you'll just be sitting there, and then like earlier today, I just saw a prompt from Riz that said Goofy versus Godzilla, and I'm like, oh god, we're gonna find out what this is in a minute. And we can experiment together, build from that, and you see there's some buttons in there. I believe we can do another version of this. Like I hit the V3, and yeah, that's starting making variations for image 3. So if I like the third image, I really should have done the first one. Actually, I should have done the fourth one. So let's do one for number 4. And so you can actually kind of squeeze in there and say, no, more like this, and have it do some more of that. So you see, it just made 4 versions of that fourth one. They're just mildly different on the end, it looks like. So, and then there's the one for that last one where it's more, and that's at about 50%, and it's going to load up. Blink, and there's your final of a variety of the squeeze bottle with a face and legs.
How do you? Okay, so I'm totally dumb. How do you leave a server? Oh, I found it. Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea because I have way too many servers, as you can tell over here. So I don't even know what I belong to anymore. SpongeBob Lucha. Oh, Riz is in here playing now.
Dang, I can't. I got an invalid invite, so I don't know what that even means.
An invalid invite. It says you're in here.
Yeah, it says that we received an invite, but invalid invite. Like, oh,
with Discord or Midjourney or?
Midjourney bot. It's okay. I will make my own drawings of things.
We'll play with this a little bit more. Of course, I'm sure we'll have some stuff as we go. I think these are great for podcast covers, things like that. There is Lucha SpongeBob. He's got looks like he's wearing Lucha mask in most of those. It actually kind of looks like SpongeBob. Fantastic. This is one of those things where everybody's gonna know when the AwesomeCast is on because we'll just start plugging away at this. Anyways, so Katie, you had an AI story as well, didn't you?
Yeah, so the thing that I am preparing to play with AI is, let me find it. I found you a short little video. It's like 24 seconds, but essentially using AI chat GPT to optimize my LinkedIn profile.
I like that.
Yeah, and this, like I said, this video is like 24 seconds long, and essentially it's taking the information. There's 2 different things. There is taking the information, like if you're looking for a specific job, you're like, hey, I want to do this job, copy what they're looking for in that job and putting it into chat GPT. I have to look at it too because I screw the letters up all the time too. And then putting it in the, then it's a couple other prompts and then that giving you stuff for your profile. And also that little like about section is like copying all the information from your jobs and just kind of like this in a shorter little paragraph and give it the parameters and it spits out a profile for you. So I'm looking to do this.
Make sure you proofread it.
Oh yeah,
that's the thing. Because at least it may be different because you're plugging in all the information. But if you ask it something, it'll I've noticed that some of the things I listen to that I've been experimenting with a bit say, oh, it'll get things that sound right. But if you look, there's going to be one or two. If you're like, how to install a light fixture, right? And it'll be like 2 facts that are wrong in it, right? But it'll sound like it's right.
Lick the terminals.
Hmm?
If you lick the terminals, you'll get shocked.
Exactly.
That's the wrong information.
Exactly, right? So it'll probably I think it's like we've been doing a lot of generated captions for some work, and it's like, cool, it does like 90% of the job, right? We still need to review it because it's not going to know what certain terms are in the certain industry that we're working with, right? But still, like, it's put everything in the place it needs to be, and it's like 90% there, but it's just taking time to take care of that last 5%, which will probably be better if I did it by hand, to be quite honest, and take less time still in the long run. So, but no, that's really cool. Like, I'm curious to see your findings, and I might experiment with that too, because I don't think mine's been updated. I think I wrote mine like 10 years ago when I started looking when I left my job, and I was looking for clients. So I should probably change that up a little bit. So, excellent. Are you signed up for it? Have you played with it at all yet?
Yes,
Okay.
I've played with it a little bit. Nothing I've used professionally, or just kind of playing around at this point.
Excellent. Well, let us know. Let us know how you're doing with that in the Discord, please.
I'm looking at the Midjourney bot, and I'm like, come on, do the thing. It says 0%. I'm like, do the thing.
Give it a second, because again, like anything else, like ChatGPT, I know you go in the middle of the day, you'll go there and it's down just because it's over capacity. I love the fact, like, I think Midjourney is the one, or the ChatGPT is something like $3 million a day for them to run these things, so, which is freaking crazy. But anyways, what else you guys want to hit up here? What else is going on?
My app.
Go, yeah, tell us about your app.
Since Chilla got 2 awesome things. So I just found this app because I went out and there was a Godzilla pinball machine at a bar, and the question was like, do these Godzilla pinball machines exist at other locations around Pittsburgh? So I found this app. It's called Pinball Map app, and you can App Store or Google Play. You can also do it on your desktop if you are like, I don't want to download this thing. That's totally fine too. So you search the map, and you're able to either search by machine or a venue. So you could put either, if you're looking for a specific, or even, I think I'm going to try to put this in as, even if I put in just my zip code alone, it will give me it's this amazing map, and it'll tell you all the different pinball machines in your area, and you could zoom into a specific area, and you could see the places. Like, there's apparently one of the local bars near me has a pinball machine, and but there's a bunch, and you can, like I said, either look by specific machine that you're looking for, or if you're just like, hey, is there anywhere to play pinball around this particular area, and it'll pop up on the map. It's really, really cool. And some local places, a lot of local places are using it. So it should be pretty up to date.
The pizza place down the road that doesn't sponsor us. Here's a bunch downtown, a bunch on the south side. The Jack's Bar down on the south side. This is pretty cool.
Well, Arcadia has has Godzilla. We couldn't go there the other night.
No, we couldn't.
So it's like super cool. Like I said, it's an app. You can also do it on your desktop. But places do update them. It sounds like everybody's kind of responsible on their own end to update them, like the locations. But yeah, it's super cool, and great. I love it.
See, so this is interesting, because there is the one place next to us. It doesn't say what is in there. It just says there's one machine. Oh, Deadpool. There's a Deadpool one right down the street from us.
I just got my AI just popped up.
Oh yeah. Okay. We gotta pop over there and see what that was. Did it? Oh, there it is. Katie, tell the people what you typed.
Tech podcast host, long hair, headphones.
Oh
Ta-da!
damn. Oh damn.
Oh wait, I should be more specific. I'll put gray. shoulder.
Thanks.
Hey, no problem. You do. The one does kind of look like tech podcast Jesus up there.
What, the upper right one? Well, there you go. That's the one we should iterate on. What was this? Version 2. Let's try. Let's see what that does.
Neat.
Let's go deep with this thing. Oh, jeez. I love that there's
So
like
fun.
they're wearing T-shirts with text on them of some sort.
They know. They know that. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're doing. I
Podcast
don't
host with a shirt.
know. I mean, it's required that they also look like they're in a band. There's some variations on that one of the podcast Jesus one. So, apologize to the podcast listeners for how visual this one is. So, let's get one where we use our words. Tell us about your iPhone hack.
So, iPhone hack you haven't heard before. I feel like every TikTok video starts, or Instagram reel video starts with this. This is something that I totally missed in all the updates. I don't know. Like, I was trying to figure out how far back this went. It was at least to last year. But if you are someone who either listens to music before bed, I know people who do that, or maybe listen to a podcast before bed or watch a show. You can set your timer now to when the timer ends, instead of a specific sound, if you scroll to the bottom, it says stop playing. So what you could do, like, for example, I know like Hulu and Netflix will stop after an episode if you ask it to, but HBO Max does not. It'll keep going through with the series. Is if you have something you want to listen to an episode before you go to bed, that's the one that I specifically use this for. So I will stop playing maybe in an hour or half hour. Or maybe if you want to make sure that you don't get lost in a podcast world or something, you can also set it that way. But it'll essentially stop playing whatever you're playing and go back to, I don't know, just quiet phone, which is pretty cool.
It'd be interesting for TikTok because there's a place I can go down a hole in.
You're gonna go to sleep to TikToks? Wait, what does that look like, Chilla?
You wouldn't go to sleep. That's like it's like, hey, I'm just gonna check out TikTok for like 5 minutes, and then an hour later, I'm like, oh, where did the last 55 minutes
I think he's
go?
trying to doze off. He props it up on the nightstand, and then, but every time he's ready to doze off, it goes into, did you know what you can do with your iPhone? Here.
Well, and I'll tell you what. So this is interesting, and I didn't know this existed, but I use the sleep timer in the podcast app all the time, every day. But I didn't know it was in the timer app.
So this will help no matter what you're using.
App.
Like, I'm using YouTube Music, and I have, for years, I've had a specific album that I fall asleep to if I need to, right? And unfortunately, with YouTube Music, they do a thing now where it says it'll autoplay similar music afterwards, and I don't know that's on all the time. And then, like, I wake up at like 5 in the morning, and Missy's like, "I really wish you wouldn't play your music all night." I was like, "Well, you can reach over and turn it off." So, and that literally happened to me again last night, because I was so tired, didn't just hit play so I could start dozing off, and then woke up to I don't know what, right? So that could become in handy to help sort of reassure that that's going to happen. I actually just sent that to her too. So, but no, that should be really, really helpful. Do you guys want to see an unboxing before we head out here?
Always.
Sure.
So I wanted to bring this home. I never unboxed this thing, and then I didn't know where it went. I realized.
Where'd you find it?
In my suitcase that I never fully unpacked from the last trip I did to the West Coast, I found this box from Cupertino.
Wait.
I never opened it. I mean, I might have slipped it open. This is
Look
my
at this box.
this is my T-shirt I bought at the Cupertino Apple Store Welcome Center. It's a little smushed from being in my carry-on or my checked luggage a little bit. So when you buy a T-shirt from the Apple Store, special T-shirts you can only get in Cupertino. They come in these boxes, and you can see right there. There's the information on there. It's the Apple Park T-shirt, white rainbow. situation there. So we're going to unbox this live on the air. I wanted to do this about 3 months ago. So we're going to open it up there. What is the unboxing experience of an Apple t-shirt? There you go. It's in a plastic bag.
I feel like the box should have lifted, not like.
I know, right? It just kind of
tab.
opens up. I want to put something else in here. I want to gift somebody something for this, their next birthday or Christmas. Like I'm gonna like it's a pair of socks, but it comes in an Apple box. I'm holding on to that one. But yep, and there's my t-shirt. There's my 2XL. Yeah, this is before I did a lot of walking. But and it's see, still sealed for your protection.
Ooh.
There you go. And now I'm the owner of an official Apple. You don't want to know what I paid for this T-shirt. It's worse than going to a WWE show. And there you go. Look at that high thread count. There you go. There it says Apple Park on it. It's got the circle representing the spaceship, and on the back, I didn't see this before. It says Apple Park, Cupertino, and the zip code 95014. So, oh, and just like every other device, made in China.
Does it say design in California?
I wish it did. It doesn't say design in California. I mean, it has the address. Oh no, what did I do?
You faded to black.
Oh no, what did I do? Oh, we're back. Okay, we're back. I faded to black for video. Sorry about that. No, but it does say it has the address on it. So, or is this return if found? Just like, Mom did to your underwear back in the days. I don't think my mom did that to my underwear, by the way. Yeah, the fade to black button's in a really unfortunate spot here on the desk. So
We're done. Fade to
so
black.
there you go. I'll wear that one out to the next tech event. There you go. That'll be my travel shirt, Katie.
Perfect.
Especially if we go to California or something again. So, so there you go. And Chilla, we need to connect
We do need to connect.
so that I can boop you.
Get your boop on.
I need to get my boob
get
on.
your boop on.
I will try to make the trek to the studio now that it's not like going through Antarctica.
Now that it's
outside.
spring.
Now that it's spring in the middle of winter.
Now it's spring on January 3rd.
Before winter part 2.
Yes, exactly. So, it's good to get together with you guys, even with the week off. Even though I got to enjoy Jeff Dunham with Katie the other day, so that was fun. But yeah. So thank you so much. The squirrel is named Jeremy, says John Carmen in the YouTube chat from our stuff from before. And let me double check what was going on over here. My mom was. My mom says, "Don't confuse your mother." Yes, I did put them in cereal box. Wait, what did you put in a cereal box? Oh, that's where I got it from. My mother would get, when I got Super Mario 3, it would be in like a shoe box or a cereal box, so I wouldn't know it was a Nintendo cartridge. She would always do that to me. So
I love it.
yes. So we've just upgraded. Now just use an Apple box to mess with you. Actually, you should just keep all of your iPhone boxes, right? And just put things in there to give people. I mean, there may be a clue when it's an iPhone from like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I mean, I do have like an iPhone 4 box lying around. So, thank you so much. Katie at Kate Dutters on the tweets.
Yeah, just don't ask me to do anything. I'm just over here playing with the AI Mid-Journey.
That's
forever.
her night.
Sorry.
That's
Sorry,
her
guys.
night. I get it. And at Chilla on the Twitter as well.
Don't chill on the Facebooks.
Also playing in Mid-Journey now.
I made a really cool Godzilla. I'm happy.
If all it does is, all it does is just make you happy. Like, you don't have to pay too much for this, for the time being.
Look at those.
Look at those, are great. Those are some
That's
good
Godzilla Riz.
Yeah. Oh man, good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, what is happening here? Tech podcast host Jesus. Why is that Jesus so nipply in the corner? What the heck? Oh, geez. Okay. Anyways, Thank you so much, everybody. This has been your AwesomeCast. I'm at Sorgatron on the Twitter. And again, thank you, everybody that is, there are a lot of new faces that have been checking out the shows and the podcast and the comments on so many of the platforms. Thank you, everybody, for that. Thank you again. Dave Potter's been doing such a tremendous work. Dave Potter is doing such a tremendous work on our videos for this and other shows. We hired him for a third show, so there you go. You never know. You never know what's going to be an unknown interview process when it comes to us. So thank you so much to him for supporting the show that way and helping get a lot of all of our predictions are out there for everybody to pick at over on all the wherever you can reel or TikTok or short. It's over on those things. So thank you so much, everybody. How do I end the show? Katie, end the show.
I go Godzilla.
Go Squeezy RedHot.
Squeezy RedHot.
Coming from, that's one. RedHot from Godzilla's mouth. And go.
Stay tuned for what that one's going to look at. You have been our awesome audience. Have an awesome week. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at Sorgatron.